Hey everyone, it's Leni. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another death battle. This is going to be Ganondorf versus Dracula. I am unfamiliar with this version of Dracula and I do not know who Ganondorf is. So we are going to listen to what Death Battle has to say about each of them. And I feel like making an educated guess who I think is going to win. You know, I was on the longest losing streak and I didn't want to guess anymore, but we're guessing today, okay? Make sure to go show Death Battle some love and let's get right into it.
Fame may be fleeting and wealth
ephemeral, my man,
but
my man, my man, my main man.
It just comes back with a goddamn second health bar.
Ganondorf, the calamitous demon king of Princess Zelda's Hyrule.
And Dracula, the everlasting vampire lord of Castlevania. He's wearing an boomstick.
Okay, I feel like I know a little bit about Dracula,
armor, and skills to find out
I don't know if
who would
it's going to be this
battle.
version of Dracula. Guess we're going to see.
Millennia ago, in an age long past, the Demon King Demise threatened to pull the world into blood and war.
Until he got his ass slapped by this pointy-eared boy in green.
Undaunted by being, murdered,
I don't know Zelda
Demise cursed
characters.
the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero to be forever haunted by his wrath-made flesh. That curse became Ganondorf Dragmire.
Good old Dorf was born to the Gerudo tribe of the desert. Thing is, the Gerudo were all ladies, and Ganondorf was the first male born in 100 years, which automatically made him their king. Because... reasons, I guess? Wait, so he gets to be in charge and has the best odds on Tinder? That's my dream come true. Who could
First
want
male
more?
born in 100 years.
Ganondorf could. Jealous of the neighboring kingdom of Hyrule's verdant fields, clean water, and not being a godforsaken desert, he dreamed of a better world for his people.
Or, you know, just for himself. Being the reincarnation of ultimate evil means you're probably kind of a selfish douche.
And surprisingly, his vile ambitions would be rewarded. Turns out, he was also preternaturally adept at magic, as befits an education from his caretakers, the witches Koume and Kotake.
From them, Dorf learned to pitch balls of electricity, summon lightning, move objects with telekinesis, levitate, form barriers, and control minds.
When he wishes to fight from a distance, he can create phantom horsemen or puppets of himself to battle as his proxies.
Or if he wants to get personal,
I'm sure
he can use his dark
that
magic
in the
to
death
enhance
battle.
his physical strikes, making him a badass at all ranges.
He's a master with a blade, sometimes two, and sometimes on horseback.
And sometimes two swords on two horsebacks?
What?
Oh, let's not get crazy. He was just a man, after all, though not for long. With his magical training complete, Ganondorf put his greatest skill to the test, his raw cunning. By manipulating the rulers of Hyrule and its neighboring domains, as well as a curiously familiar boy in green.
Hey, what do you know? Weird coincidence.
Ganondorf gained entry to an alternate dimension called the Sacred Realm. Within it
Sacred
lay
Realm.
the Triforce, a magical artifact left by the gods said to grant the wish of whomever touches it.
Ooh,
the perfect
Triforce
solution to all your
sounds cool.
world-conquering needs. Except once Ganondorf got his hands on those golden Doritos, two of them jumped ship.
Golden Doritos?
Only someone with a perfect balance of courage, wisdom, and power can wield the complete Triforce. If someone with an imbalance between those three virtues touches it, it splits. In this case, the pieces of wisdom and courage went to Ganondorf's enemies, Princess Zelda and the hero Link.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Wow, I don't know anything about Zelda.
Because who needs the courage and wisdom shit when you can just blow stuff up?
That's cool. Okay.
Even on its own, the Triforce of Power radically improved Ganondorf's strength and magical prowess, while also elevating him from a mere warlock to the Demon King he was always meant to be.
Literally, he can turn into a big
even uglier now.
monster.
Goodness.
The dark beast known simply as Ganon is a nearly unstoppable terror, gaining even greater strength without sacrificing any of his intellect.
As a bacon wizard, he can obliterate foes with fireballs, turn invisible, teleport, summon darkness, and even distort the space around him.
Despite all that power and even
space around
successfully
him.
ruling
What
Hyrule
does
for
that
7
mean?
years, Ganondorf was soundly defeated and sealed within the Sacred Realm. There he remained, trapped outside the spaces of reality, a prisoner to the void between space and time, never to return ever again.
Sorry.
Why are
I
you
couldn't keep a
laughing?
straight face.
Yeah, no, he got out like the next day.
Oh.
So nothing holds Ganon back for long, and he's insanely tough to kill. In fact, thanks to his part of the Triforce,
Well,
he's
insanely
almost
tough to
indestructible.
kill,
While
so
most weapons
maybe-
can technically harm him,
maybe he's
it usually
gonna
takes
win?
a holy weapon like the Master
Does
Sword
he have
or
some
light arrows to put
weaknesses,
him
though?
down.
He once survived being crushed within his own castle, which, based on its size and composition here, and accounting for the hollowed out interior, should weigh over 11,000 tons.
Even
Okay.
better, he later withstood a
11,000
different
tons.
castle exploding around him. Wow, some of this guy in castles.
Wow,
By
look at
measuring the
them. They're
size
so
of the
good
in-game
looking.
castle model and assuming violent fragmentation, we can determine it was a blast worth almost 2 kilotons of TNT, a yield comparable to early atomic bombs. And
Yikes.
even though holy weapons can bypass his defenses, he still survived being stabbed in the face with the Master Sword.
In the
You know,
face?
the literal blade of evil's bane.
Or like when he was impaled through the chest by one of the sages after he was supposedly sealed away. He just yanked that shit right out and murdered the bastards that did it to him. Heads up,
Okay.
Wiz, you ever stab me again and that's what's happening to you.
Okay, he
Right.
seems
Well,
pretty
Ganondorf
hard to
isn't
beat.
just tough.
Okay.
He's powerful enough to punch shockwaves, tear up an island, and block out the sky with his magical malice.
Plus, he can keep up with Link. He's even killed him in one timeline. And this fairy boy can dodge Beamos lasers.
Which are literal lasers. They move in a straight line, burn instead of exploding, and according to the game's guidebook, are called lasers. So they should move
Okay.
at light speed. Based on the distance Link moved relative to this beam, we can estimate his own reaction speed to be about 11% the speed of light.
Too bad
All
old
right,
Dorf
Link.
Lundgren doesn't get to hold on to Hyrule for too long. Still, you can stab and seal him away all you want. This big pork bastard will always be back to bring about your crispy demise.
So, we don't have very many weaknesses. I didn't hear very many, if not any.
In the world of Castlevania, the universe is governed by two opposing forces, order and chaos.
Ooh,
Hey,
okay.
it's like you and me, Wiz.
No, I mean literally. As legend goes, for God to be good, there must be an equal force of evil to create balance.
Okay.
An evil found in an alternate dimension called the Chaotic Realm. This is chaos.
But to keep his
Chaos
spot in the
in the
balance on
chaotic
Earth,
realm.
Chaos needed to choose a Dark Lord to represent him. A Dark Messiah, if you will. As luck would have it, a perfect candidate would end up choosing him.
In the 11th century, Matthias Kronkvist was the strategic mastermind behind a company of knights, alongside fellow commander and best friend Leon Belmont.
But
Okay,
as
what a
with
name.
most bromances, it got screwed up by a homance.
Boomstick, have some
Oh,
tact.
no,
His
not
wife
a
died from a
homance.
horrible illness.
Was
Oh.
it third wheeling? I'm sorry, Wiz, but you can already tell this guy is evil because his name is Math. I mean, I know we use math all the time to do the show, but
You do.
sometimes
It's too
one
much
must
math.
embrace the darkness to see the light.
Right. Anyway, Matthias's grief was so intense, he swore vengeance on God himself. To achieve his
Oh.
vengeance, Matthias sought the powers of God's polar opposite, chaos.
So he set up an easy 6-step plan.
Okay,
Step
let's
1,
hear it.
pick up a red rock called the Crimson Stone. It'll be important later. Step
Okay.
2, force death itself to become your personal secretary. Step
What?
3, kill Luigi. Step 4, convince a vampire named Walter to
I'm
kill
not
Leon's
listening
fiance.
anymore.
Because misery
I don't-
loves
I don't
company.
believe
Step
these
5,
steps
let
are
Leon murder
accurate.
poor Walt and have death shove his soul into that red rock. Step 6, congratulations, you are now a vampire. Goth kids, I hope you were paying attention.
From
Well,
that day forth,
you lost
Matthias
me.
rejected his humanity. He became a vampire and much more. He was the Dark Lord, Dracula.
There
Okay.
have been a lot of different versions
Yes,
of Dracula
so
over
many.
the years,
I can't even
but
keep
this
up
one
with
isn't
them.
your run-of-the-mill "I want to suck your blood" type.
Ah, it's
this
not.
Dracula is the avatar of chaos on Earth, the opposite to God. So, like the devil.
The devil. Okay.
He's basically the devil.
Okay.
He didn't have much time to enjoy his new powers, though, as his former friend Leon swore revenge, a vow
Oh.
which would carry on throughout generations.
But good luck taking down this all-new and
they
improved
become
vampire
enemies?
lord. He's got your standard vampire loadout like blood-sucking, flight, razor-sharp claws, telekinesis, and
Okay.
even tripping balls teleportation.
He can also exert his influence over all living things, whether it be mind control, body possession, or absorbing the souls and abilities of fallen enemies through his power of dominance.
Oh, like Kirby!
A demonic monster Kirby.
Right, Kirby. Also, Dracula can shapeshift to his black heart's desire, like into a swarm of bats, a cloud of mist,
Shape-shifting is so cool.
Oh, I get it. The opposite to God, because he's a dog just like the way Alucard is Dracula backwards. God, I should do science.
He's also a master sorcerer, able to summon fireballs, meteors, and acid blood rain from the sky. Dark Inferno is a huge ball of magma that will fry anything in its path, and he can revitalize himself with another's life energy via Soul Steal.
Then there's his most powerful attack, a localized nuke of holy magic, the demonic Megiddo.
With all these powers, it's no wonder Europe trembled at his presence for centuries, though perhaps their fears were unfounded.
Yeah, despite being living chaos or whatever, Dracula was sometimes a pretty chill guy. He even got himself married and had a kid. Then again, kids are also the embodiment of chaos.
Sadly, the people of a nearby church grew suspect of his wife, accusing her of witchcraft. So they burned her at the stake, and Dracula swore vengeance upon the god they followed as...
Wait. Did he just get a total repeat of his backstory? Man, this guy can't catch a break.
Yeah.
He was even forced to battle multiple descendants of Belmont, many of whom would actually defeat him.
Well, sort of. Turns out Dracula is a much tougher vampire to kill than lame old Walter.
Even after losing his entire body, Dracula's soul remained tethered to chaos. Thus, he would be resurrected every 100 years.
When he wants to go all out, he can draw from the power of the chaotic realm and transform into one of many awesome monsters. Like a giant demon bird, a giant demon head, and a giant demon head in a painting that vomits out bats.
What?
Dracula can punch hard enough to rend stone, move quick enough to catch arrows out of thin air, and even warp the fabric of reality itself.
He's tough enough to survive a lightning strike, get blasted by an enormous meteor, and even get crushed under the weight of his fortress, aka the Castlevania.
By measuring the size of Castlevania on the game's official art, we know it should weigh around 2 million tons.
Ooh-wee.
Even then, Dracula has regenerated his body from decapitation, a mess of blood, and even full-on disintegration.
So how the hell does he keep getting killed by everyone from Discount Conan to the Ghost of Weeb's Past?
Naturally, with the help of holy weapons, which Dracula is certainly not a fan of.
Also, even when he's turned his body into some misty vape clouds, he keeps his head vulnerable. Because video games.
Or more precisely, his hubris. Dracula's blatant arrogance would lead to his ultimate downfall, allowing his enemies to sever his connection to the chaotic realm and thus end his cycle of resurrections. So instead, he was reincarnated
into a white-haired anime boy with the power of friendship, Soma Cruz, who turned out to be just as powerful as Dracula Classic, like when he dodged beams of light or when he defeated chaos itself.
Dracula's influence and power would never truly end.
I think I know
Even
who
10,000 years into the future, his bloodline continues to strike terror into the hearts of men. As long as good and evil exist...
Hold up! That's his kid? What the hell happened to him?
No ordinary man can stand up to the incredible force that is the Dark Lord Dracula.
No, okay. All right.
The combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
All right, here we go. I'm guessing Dracula. Just with like the math things they did, I'm gonna guess Dracula. We'll see if we are right. Maybe we can restore our win streak today. He is ugly, man. Ganondorf? I don't even know.
Your castle is lost, vampire. No man can challenge my power.
Ooh, the animation looks really, really
what
good.
Is a man? A miserable pile of secrets.
Dracula is handsome. He's a good-looking guy.
I'm no mere man.
Ooh, that was creepy laugh. So we know Ganondorf is good with like close contact fighting and also from afar. Sometimes he'll have a blade or two. Sometimes he's on horseback.
Your tricks mean nothing.
Ooh, those look scary. Look like Medusa's head. Is it? Those are creepy as heck. That creepy laugh, man. Now it's Ganondorf's turn. Ooh, there come the lightning balls. Okay, they didn't do anything. Did he just get decapitated? It's not gonna do anything. We already know. I'll be able to just heal, but he still was decapitated, which is crazy. Ugh, that is an ugly demon. I don't even know what that is. Some sort of demon. Ooh. Oh, shoot! Oh, okay. It's two big giant behemoths battling it out now. Ooh. What are we summoning?
I am no simple vampire. I am a god.
Oh. There go the Doritos chips. Oh, shoot. There he is. Blended in with the rocks over there.
You're right. You're not a man. You're a pig. Let me hear you squeal.
Oh, then he's drinking his blood. Of course he's drinking his blood. He ripped him in half.
KO! You know, I
Damn.
hope someday I can learn to drink beers as violently as Dracula drinks people.
There was a
Yuck.
lot going on here. Both Ganondorf and Dracula show similar reaction speeds, with only a small % difference when compared to the speed of light.
Okay.
They were both brilliant schemers who have perfectly manipulated many intelligent foes, and their standard magical arsenals seem pretty comparable overall.
But Dracula did have a leg up with a few extra magic powers that Ganondorf just didn't have. Like how he could rip out his soul in a bunch of different ways. That's something Ganondorf never really had to guard against before. Also, remember how Ganondorf survived an explosion worth about 2 kilotons
Yeah,
of
it
TNT?
wasn't
An admirable
anything.
feat, to be sure, but let's
Wasn't
look at
anything
that
compared to
meteor strike
Dracula.
Dracula survived.
Yeah.
Based on its size, composition, and speed of ablation, it must have struck with an energy equivalent to 2 megatons of TNT.
Yes.
1,000 times greater
Yes.
than Ganondorf's proven durability.
But
Okay.
hey, I know what you're thinking.
That was
What
the
about
exact
that
map
sage
that made
sword
me
Ganondorf
guess
had?
Dracula
Shouldn't he
would
have had an
win.
easy time killing Drac since it's a
No.
holy weapon?
In some circumstances, sure.
Maybe.
Running this fight over and over 100 times, Ganondorf would certainly score a few victories. But when considering Dracula's absurd regenerative abilities, it would take more than just a few hits from a holy weapon to finish him off. Not to mention, Dracula also wielded a holy weapon that took advantage of Ganondorf's weakness in the form of demonic Megiddo. Yeah, I know it's called
Demonic
demonic, so it seems weird,
Megiddo?
but it is explicitly described to be holy magic.
And
Holy
dropping a holy
flames.
nuke on Ganondorf was a way more powerful victory move than trying to hit Dracula with a sword. And that's really what this came down to. Power.
Despite literally wielding the Triforce of power, Ganondorf's potential paled in comparison to the energy Dracula drew from chaos. Let's put this in perspective.
The Triforce of power comes from the goddess Din, who made the Earth. While we don't know the exact amount of power Din put in this piece, let's just highball it and directly compare it to her.
So the energy attributed to the Triforce of power could be compared to the size and energy of a planet. However, the chaotic realm is an entire universe, completely upheld by the power of the chaos entity. That is leagues greater than the power Ganondorf possessed.
So it definitely had a lot more juice to give.
Try thinking of the chaotic realm and the Triforce of power as batteries, which fuel Dracula and Ganon's abilities. Compared to each other, Dracula would be drawing energy from something like a car battery, while Ganondorf's would be more akin to a small AA.
Wiz, I'll give you $5 if you lick that battery.
Ganondorf certainly held his own, but Dracula's more varied magic, greater regeneration, and enormous reserves of power sealed this desert warlock's fate.
Of all the ways to go, that must have sucked. The big pig's chances were slim to Gan none.
The winner is Dracula.
This guy. All right, well, we officially restored our win streak. We guessed right. Dracula won. He beat Ganondorf. I'm really excited. I'm going to get back to guessing who I think is going to win based off of the information that they give. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below which death battle you'd like me to react to next. I'll see you on the next one.